So in today's video we're going to be changing the old diffuser to the new diffuser. So let's get to it. Big box. I got a big box today to unbox, and this is for the back end of the car. Let's get to it. Oh, I need to get scissors. I forgot that. Nice. So let's get unboxing. So this is what we call a diffuser. So I'm going to change the diffuser on this one. We're going to change it to a more aggressive diffuser. Because the one that's on at the moment, it's okay, but I believe we can do better. I want to change the diffuser on the car. So we start with putting. So this is the tips. Now these tips, we're going to be changing these tips. I'm not sure if you can see that, but these tips, we're going to be changing the whole tip of that. So yeah, so that's the second one. That is the second tip. Okay. Screws, bubble wrap, important. Then the real bad boy. I'm surprised it came in one whole package. I thought it was just going to come in individual pieces for me to put it all back together like a Lego pieces, yeah. Very well packaged. More wrapping paper. That's what we like to see. That one. The real bad boy. I'm gonna let you guys see. Ooh, that came out clean. Alright, this is good. This is the diffuser. So we went with the red lip on the bottom because, as you've seen for even the side mirror caps, we went for the red as well. I want to match the red color throughout the whole car. And it's not just red we're doing, but we're also doing a special color on the car, which is bronze. So we're doing a multiple different layers of bronze. So for this one right here, these tips, I'll show you what we're going to be doing to that in a few seconds. Let me put this down. Too many things in my hands at once. And then we have a few brackets for the diffuser to sit in place, which is very important as well. So we've got two of them, these two bad boys, and that is it. Now, to explain how we're going to change this, so as you can see, we'll wrap this all off. And then that's how it comes. Very nice and shiny. However, we want to change pretty much the outside, but also the inside as well. Not just to one color from the outside, but also we want to make sure you'll be able to see it from the inside as well, because that's what people are going to be noticing the most when they see it from the rear end. So they're going to see this color in Lamborghini bronze, and then they're going to see that diffuser. So it's be a nice little combination to do that. But we're going to be using sorted. That's the main. And then the second one, we're going to be using these two tools. So these two are the ones we're going to be using. One is a sandpaper block, and one is a normal sandpaper. I believe you use this on a special machine. However, we can use it freehand as well. I have done sandpapering before, but keep in mind this is my first time doing all of this on a car, so it's a learning curve for me. So if there's any mistake, you know why. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. I'll try and sand down the paper, like the top part of the thing, but I'm gonna try. So this is where I start sanding down around the tips, just to try and get some of the chrome off, so then when I put the primer on, it should come out nice and flat. When I put the final layer on for the Lamborghini bronze, it should come out nice and smooth with a lot of glossy effects to it. So this is where I start preparing to put the wrapping paper on the floor, and then putting the tips on there, cleaning all the dust on top of that, and then start putting the tape around where I need to put it on. So I just want to test this first to see what it looks like without having bronze or the red. I just want to see what it looks like with the tips on. It's best to have multiple ideas. So I'm going to give this around about 30 minutes to relax itself, let it settle in, and then we'll start with the Lamborghini paint as well on top of that. Let's get it. While that one is drying, I'll start the other one. Just want to settle in just like that. What we're going to do is, we're not going to do too much sanding this time. Already, it's already settling very nicely, so. So now we're just repeating the process, doing the same thing what we did for the first one. That is pretty much done for this one. We're going to do the same thing now. Doesn't matter if there's gaps, because we're not trying to make this perfect from the inside. It's only the outside that we want the most, and the inside as well. This one you're not going to see. Bad boy grey primer. Let's get to it. That is pretty much done. And we'll let that settle in now. It's almost there, so it's dry, but it's almost there. That's what we want. Right then, this one is pretty much ready. So camera angle right this time, instead of me pointing it like this down here where you can't see it. So I'm making sure it's in your face now. What it looks like with the grey primer. And now we're going to start putting the color that we are aiming for, which was the Lamborghini bronze. So let's get to it. So that is what we come up towards at the moment. So that is the Lamborghini bronze color, and now we just have to wait until it settles and dries out. So we're going to be doing this, we're going to be using the hairdryer now. So the hairdryer is what we're going to be using to dry up the process, not only to make the finish more quicker, but also I'm going to put a second layer on it and then put heat on it to give it that nice little finishing touches as well. That's very important. Let's get to it. I've only just turned around to go inside and get some more tools, and then it started raining. It rained for less than 30 seconds. Like, how is that possible? I just turned around and now I just have to come back to water drips on the actual paint. Oh no, it's got bubbles on it now because it started raining and now it's got bubbles on it. It's a lot of bubbles. It just started raining outside. Unexpectedly. Now the rain just stopped. Literally. It just rained for like a good couple of seconds. So I have to wait for this one to dry. And then I can sand it and then redo it again. It's one of them ones. You just gotta push back and keep going. So this is where we start drying out all the water that was on top of the paint, just to make sure that it can stay nice and flat for the next preparation. So once that was all dried down, I had to scrape off any excess on the tips to make it nice and flush again, and then I'm going to put on the second layer. Now I'm going to leave this to dry and then wait for maybe a couple of hours, and then hopefully by then the end result will be a lot more better than this. Right, today is day 2, so this is what we've done so far. This is the result. I have sanded it down a little bit because the surface was not smooth. However, the other parts have came out better than I expected. But yeah, this is what I've done so far. That is what I've used so far. So I've already sanded it down. And as you can see, it should come out in the final spray that I'm about to do now. Let's get to it. So that is the final result. So it came out a lot better than expected. There was no watermark surface on the tip, so that was really good news. The next step will be me putting it on the car, so look forward to that. Until then, make sure to like, subscribe, share this post as much as you can, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.